Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. This is Katie. I decided today that I wanted to mix it up a little bit and do another WIP and Chat with you guys. So I've actually only really done one of these before, but I thought, hey, I'll mix it up a little bit because I've been doing a lot of unboxings. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you don't know what a WIP and Chat is, it stands for WIP, W-I-P is work in progress, and chat. So not usually a video that you usually watch. I mean, you can. Usually it's more of a, I'm working on a project and you're working on a project, whether that's diamond painting or something else. I guess I've listened to WIP and Chats when I've been doing housework before. Anyway, and we'll just get to chat a little bit today. So, how are you guys? How has your weekend been? Right now it's Sunday evening. I had a really relaxing weekend, and my parents are in town from across the country. So they drove 2.5 days cross country to spend some time with us and avoid flying, which they're awesome. I'm so grateful for them. Oh, speaking of whips, before I get too far ahead of myself here in storytelling, so today I'm working on the kit Halloween Kitty from Distracted by Diamonds, which is owned by Robin, who also owns Patty Wax. And it is a square drill kit, and it is from it's from one of Robin's older lines. So as she's grown and developed as a company, she has absolutely taken the feedback of diamond painters to heart and made changes. And so she's had a couple of different runs of her canvases. The newest run started with the Geneva Bowers kits a month or two ago, and I am so thrilled with the changes that she's made. If you happen to have listened to or listened to my unboxing of Dawn, or my post review of Dawn, you'll hear me talk quite a lot about how happy I am with all of the improvements and changes that she made. And now that I'm working on one of the older kits again, that is brought to the forefront of my mind. So it's not a bad kit by any means, but I just am really, really happy with the improvements and changes that she made with the newer kits. Specifically, the drill quality in these is a little dicier. I'll show you guys when we get to the 310, which is this whole color block under the glare is all 310. There's just a lot of trash in those drills. And I know I'm not the only one that's talked about this, especially with this kit specifically. But these older kits like this have a much more slippery adhesive, where it's both not that sticky, especially around the edges, and if you just nudge a drill a tiny bit too hard, it'll slide. Like it's not a super sticky canvas at all. Like it's not even resisting my finger. Again, this is, well, I guess I didn't say this yet. It's not even remotely a criticism of Robin or Distracted by Diamonds. I just am thankful that she is open to suggestions and is striving to improve her kits a lot. So if you haven't had the chance to try one of her kits from Distracted by Diamonds, I can't recommend it highly enough. Just a week ago, she launched a whole new set of kits, several Puffy Gator kits, which are the really fluffy, feathery animals, which actually this Halloween Kitty is by the artist Puffy Gator. Another Greta Lusky mermaid kit, which I have in my stash now. I had previously shared a post review of The Message, which is another of those mermaid kits. And, okay, hold on, I have to pick a symbol because I can't walk and chew gum at the same time here. Okay, let's do B. Anyway, so, and there are several new of the Distracted Darlings, which are kind of the vintage girl style. I can't remember the name of the artist. That's terrible. Anyway, if you're not familiar with Distracted by Diamonds and how it works, so she is super, super popular. And the kits especially, they sell out sometimes in seconds, especially when they're brand new. So if you are looking to get your hands on one of those kits, you're going to have to stock the shop. So what that means is Robin restocks that Etsy shop twice a day usually. She is now taking Wednesdays off so that she can stay caught up with shipping. But twice a day, it's 9 in Pacific Standard Time, it's 9 a.m. and then again between 5 and 6 p.m. If you go to her Etsy shop and check the shop announcements, she shares all the details there. Again, I am so thrilled with the quality of the new run of kits. I love it. I can't recommend it highly enough. As far as what else I'm using today, speaking of Patty Wax and Robin's shop, this is, I'm using this Patty Wax, which is obviously Halloween themed. This one was called Tricks or Treats. And I smell some cinnamon and cloves and pumpkin, and it's very on theme. This cover minder, which is really just cute decoration, but look how on theme that is, smudgy. I think this one was from Kim's. It might be from Galloway. I can't remember. I'll link it below if it's still in stock. But I couldn't resist this when I saw it. And then this pen I shared about on my Instagram Instagram account. This is a Bloom blank turned by Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. These are getting more popular lately. These blanks that have the dried flower petals in them. I've seen a few. He's stocked a few. And I'm obsessed with how they turn out. Apparently they're really difficult to turn, but I love how they turn out. And there's pink. Love that. That's another shop that I really, 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 really enjoy supporting, because Jim is great with the customer service. He always has a great selection of blanks. He's always getting new ones in. Ships quickly, and the quality is totally there. Like, I've seen some people talk about how their pens will roll off the table and they break to the point that like some people have started making and marketing non-rolling pens that have have you guys seen these? They're pens, but like there's a flat surface on one part so that if it's rolling, the flat surface will stop it. But quite honestly, my pens from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop on Etsy, they rolled off the table before more than once. I've never had a problem with them. Not that I recommend here, let's chuck our stuff off the floor and see if it breaks. That is not what I am recommending. If you hear that weird sound, that is my refrigerator sounding like a ghost. Let's just keep in theme with Halloween, I guess. So, speaking of Halloween, what are your guys' plans for Halloween? I am trying to figure that out and not totally sure what that's going to look like. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And my 5-year-old is autistic, and so he doesn't Halloween isn't something that he's super, super into, so it's not like a thing that we have to make sure happens, but I also don't want my kids to miss out on experiences that they enjoy and chances to make memories, so I don't know about you guys, but we've been pretty respectful of trying to be socially distant, wearing masks when we go out, not really, we don't take our kids to into stores and stuff, and so I just don't feel good about taking them trick-or-treating. And I mean, at the same time, I really like, I want to dress up and do costumes and stuff, so, but I don't know, I'm not super creative, so I'm not really good at coming up with ideas for what this should look like. If you have kids, or heck, if you don't and you have ideas for things we could do, or if you've heard people share what they're going to be doing with their kids, that, is a socially distant Halloween trick-or-treat style stuff, feel free to share below. I would love any ideas. And maybe we'll just do, like, they call them like boo bags, where you kind of just fill up a little bag with treats and leave it on your friends, like, some of our kids' friends' doorsteps, and then they do the same for us, so it's still kind of a little treat, but that you don't actually see each other. I don't know. We're gonna keep trying to talk it through and figure out some ideas. So, oh my goodness. Okay. I think I got all of that symbol. But you guys know how this goes, right? You're so sure, you double check and triple check. You're like, yep, I got all that symbol. And then as you pour the last drill into the container, another one pops up at you. And you're like, wait, I was just looking. Why didn't you show yourself before now? Okay. Oh, yep, look, there, I just found one. I know that I'm not the only one. Other things to share about after I shake these. Okay, so this is a brand new tray to me, and I'm still trying to get kind of the hang of it and decide if I like it enough to order any other colors. No, it doesn't match the color scheme whatsoever, but I just wanted to try it out. So this tray, if you don't recognize it, is from the company Painting with Diamonds. Oh, look, you can see some of the drill trash from the 310 earlier. This is from the company Painting with Diamonds, not to be confused with Paint with Diamonds. And I did just share a Happy Mail video where I talk about my order from this company and some of the concerns that I'd had with it. Hold on, let me find my next symbol before I get into that. Let's do Z, the last symbol I have. Okay, so if you watched that video, you know that I mentioned some of just the significant issues that I had with communication, and I know that running a small business like that has to be incredibly difficult, and so I always try to be very, very, very gracious and I never ever want to jump to putting anyone on blast, inadvertently hurting someone's business when they're trying their best, or maybe it was a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, I did feel like I had a responsibility to be frank and honest about my experience with them, because I talked with several other people on Instagram that I knew had placed orders. They were having issues, and then I started seeing, and I added this as a text note on that mail haul video, but if you were just listening and not watching, you wouldn't see it. But kind of the last straw for me was when I saw that, like, people's comments, including my own, like commenting on Painting with Diamonds social media posts, because they were continuing to post almost daily, like, oh, look at these new products, or oh, look at this thing we have coming soon, and just, other promo stuff. They were continuing to post that while continuing to not respond to messages, people asking about their orders, just checking in. It was well outside of the noted turnaround time, and there had been no communication. Anyway, so on these social media posts, including myself, because I thought, oh, maybe she just isn't seeing my message, because on Instagram, like if someone isn't following you and you send them a private message, it goes into their other requests folder, and some people don't get notifications for that. Anyway, so I had commented on one of her posts and just said, hey, I just was trying to get in touch with you. I just had a question about my order, no rush, but if you could take a look and get at my message and just get back to me, I'd really appreciate it. Which that, that's a fairly harmless comment by itself. And she did respond to me after I posted that, and then I went back and she had deleted that comment, which I didn't think anything of until I started paying attention and noticing that comments were being deleted shortly after most people had posted any kind of questions or concerns about their orders. So I don't know. I'm torn. I know that there are still a number of people, like I was just talking with a couple of people earlier today that have still not received their orders and are still not getting any communication. And they've gone at, like, one gal like literally has a large order from back in July, and it's not like this is a $5 order. Like, we're placing a lot of us are placing large orders, Anyway, this gal ordered way back in July, and has tried contacting this company several ways and no luck. So she finally just filed a chargeback with PayPal, or a dispute with PayPal, and I don't know, it's a bummer because, like I said, I love supporting small businesses in the community, and I mean, for me, it's a little bit of a dilemma because I think I really like these trays, and I haven't seen any other tray companies that make colors that I love so much. And the quality on these is they're really smooth, and I like the drill stopper. There's a lot of things I like about these, and honestly, I'm still so tempted to place another order, because I would love to get some of the other colors, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel totally good about that, like if that's the responsible thing to do. So I really hope that she's able to turn things around. I really want her to be successful, and I did try to just super gently tell her, like, if you're having delays, expected or unexpected, like, people are usually so willing to be gracious and be flexible and be patient. But what is always key for people is you have to communicate. If you ignore messages or leave people on read, or if you're still posting like your regular content, like, that is not gonna go over well with people. I was really upset when I saw that. I still don't have, I'm not getting any communication about my order, but now we're seeing about Christmas boxes, I don't know. So I really hope that's something that she's able to work on and improve, because I do want small businesses like that to succeed, especially in our little community. So anyway, let me move on from that. Another thing I want to brag on, this is my Everlasting Tips. This is my 9-placer. Which I'm really going to get to use once I get up here on all this 310. And I've been trying, I might do a video on this soon. I've been trying all kinds of waxes and things in my Everlasting Tips and my regular tips. This happens to have a regular tip. And where I've landed on is that I think Museum Putty is my favorite for the Everlasting Tips. I've been using this tip, I've had it for a week or two, and I haven't had to change out the putty at all. It's getting dirty, but I haven't had to change it out. Every once in a while I add just a tiny bit because some of it will come out on the adhesive, but I'm pretty happy with these tips. I just wanted to, if you haven't checked out the Everlasting Tips before, they're made from stainless steel. The idea is that you are making a little bit of an investment up front, but that they'll last much longer because they won't bend the way that a lot of the brass tips will over time. Sorry, I found a bee that was hiding from me And then especially on the multi-placers, if you've used multi-placers often enough and you've used the plastic ones, you've probably experienced that they get those divots in them over time and quickly become unusable because eventually they get to a point that you can't like file them down anymore and they just won't pick up multiple drills at a time anymore. Side note, if you're like, how is this chick using a multi-placer in like an area that like doesn't have like a lot of blocking? If you didn't know, you don't have to pick up 9 drills at a time with a 9-placer. Like literally, very, very often, I am just picking up 2 drills and placing 2 drills. So that's just a little hack for you if you haven't discovered that for yourself yet. I will link to the shop, the Etsy shop for the Everlasting Placers below, so you can go take a look. She has several different multi-placer options and different packs of the singles. She has a new like all-in-one that includes the like you would take this entire part out and replace it with it's entirely stainless steel. So I thought that was interesting. I haven't had the chance to try that yet, but maybe. I have a birthday coming up, so maybe I'll ask for some diamond painting goodies like that for my birthday. Let's see. Do we have another C? Okay. This kit has been... It feels like I've been working on it for a long time, honestly. With having family in town, of course, we're trying to... they have my focus because normally I get to see my parents at least a couple of times a year, and usually my mom flies out and stays with us every 2 to 3 months because, I mean, she wants to see her grandbaby, she wants to see us. I mean, let's be honest though, she's excited about those grandbabies. So the last time we saw my mom was, she was out here in March, right before, like right as the pandemic was happening and everything was starting to shut down. But they hadn't like started telling people quite not to fly yet. They were just telling people to be cautious. Oh yeah, another hack. So one of the things I'm having trouble with these trays is, if you can see, for whatever reason, the drills don't want to all flip upright, and some of them are getting stuck upside down. But one thing that seems to help is if you tap on it. I mean, you'll lose some of the drills that are, oh, that's a really bad example. Some of the drills that are right side up. But it seems like tapping on it kind of knocks loose the others. It just makes it a lot easier for multi-placing. Yeah, see? That's a little off there. Oh, yeah. So, what was I saying? Okay, so it's literally been 6 months since I've seen my mom, which is, I think, the longest that I've gone without seeing her since I moved out here. So I'm originally from Ohio. I grew up in Ohio, lived my whole life there up until I graduated from college, got married, and promptly moved across the country to Southern California. My husband he does screenwriting on the side, and really wanted to try like living local to that industry, and that was over a decade ago, and we're still here. So it's really hard to live across the country from family. I am so grateful that we have good relationships with our family and have been able to still stay close with them, and they come out and see us a few times a year at least, and then we try to fly back with the kids at the holidays, which I can't really think about too much what that's going to look like this year, but we'll see. It seems like things are changing practically daily or weekly, so we're just going to play it by ear. But thank goodness for stuff like FaceTime, right? And social media and that kind of thing. It's just at least one way to keep up with people in these crazy, crazy, crazy times. So this kit, getting back to diamond painting just a little bit, This is the second kit that I've been working on that'll be part of Drills and I think qualify for Drills and Chills 2020. How about you guys? Have you been working on kits for that? Excuse me, a little frog in my throat. Let me drink some water. I'm talking for 25 minutes. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so what have you guys been working on for Drills and Chills? I worked on my first Chuck Pinson kit. I don't think, I didn't ever show that on my channel here, but there's lots of progress pics over on my Instagram. I worked on my very first Chuck Pinson kit in September, and it was Space for Reflection, which has a very fall vibe. Like there's changing colors of leaves on trees that are so pretty, and it's a really serene and beautiful piece. So I did that, and it counted for the Chuck Along and for Drills and Chills. I enjoyed working on it, but I think it helped me discover that I'm, and confirmed, not really much of a landscape person when it comes to diamond painting. I think I got a little bit bored of the muted tones and was really ready to move on to something warmer by the time I was done. Like I said, I was really glad I got to do it and be a part of the Chuck Along. And then I was finishing up a mystery swap kit with my friend Jacqueline, Diamond Art Sparkles over on Instagram. We were finishing up our mystery swap canvases, and that was a lot of fun. That's what I was working on in my last WIP and Chat. Ooh, you have a hole, not you. And then I got to working on this, and it's just been slow going between it being squares and spending time with family. So, but I only have 4 sections left after I finish this one, so hopefully I'll have this done soon. And my the Halloween, I only ordered one Halloween kit from Diamond Art Club from the pre-orders this year, and mine shipped. It's supposed to get here on Wednesday, so that should be perfect timing. I ordered the Randall Spangler dragons. What's it called? Double Chocolate Trouble or something like that. It's super, super cute. I love that they're doing more of the Randall Spangler pieces, and I actually saw in, I think someone posted a screenshot in Crafters Anonymous, which is Rachel Ray and Mrs. Crochet and Coffee's Facebook group, which is fun to be a part of if you're not a part of it already. Someone had posted a screenshot where Randall Spangler had posted on his page that his kits had been so successful with Diamond Art Club that they signed to make 20 more of his images into diamond paintings, which I don't think that necessarily means we'll get all 20, but it means that they're going to try to chart them and see if they want to release them. So that is exciting. He is one of those artists that I will always want to get. I used to think that was Mandy Manzano for me, but I have been able to say no to some of hers. But when it comes to Randall Spangler, I feel like I love the cute little dragons. I love that they're so often books or coffee and cats. It's just so many of my favorite things. I'm like, why would I not? How could I not get that thing? Funnily enough, I have yet to actually work on a Randall Spangler piece. So I'm going to need you guys to hold me accountable. And, well, no. I will get to work on one when my Halloween kit comes. That's a Randall Spangler. I'll actually get to work on a Randall Spangler piece. So my stash has grown to be quite out of control. I am 100% planning to destash. I have a few Diamond Art Club kits I'd like to sell. I just need to figure out what shipping looks like. I've saved some boxes from orders, but if you guys have ever tried shipping kits before, can you let me know in the comments? What you did. It just seems like it's a lot of hassle to figure out, like, okay, I need to weigh this, and I have to measure it, and then I have to go to the post office, and it's a whole thing, and sometimes the cost of shipping varies depending on where you live and where you're shipping to. Like, it's a whole thing. It's not like simple. It's not like when I overbuy things at Target and then I can just take it back to Target and be like, okay, give me my money back, please. Anyway, there's like, these are unopened kits. They haven't been worked on. Most of them are still in the plastic wrap because I don't inventory my Diamond Art Club kits. But I went a little nuts when, so I started diamond painting in March and discovered Diamond Art Club. And this is when they would literally have like 4 kits in stock at a given time. I remember there was that silly Easter Bunny kit that just sat there in the in-stock section for forever. And I was like, no one wants this Easter Bunny. Like, just please sell out. I hate refreshing this page and still seeing this Easter Bunny. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. Like, this was just something that really irked me. Anyway, so this is back when Diamond Art Club was super, super, super low in stock, like a lot of online stores were, because that was the height of the pandemic and shipping was a nightmare. And then like everyone and their mom discovered diamond painting and everyone wanted kits, so there was a much higher demand for these stores than there had been before. Anyway, that meant that basically any time I saw a kit come back in stock, because they would randomly like do these really, really low quantity restocks. So if I saw a kit that I was like, oh yeah, I think I would maybe work on that someday, I just snatched it up because I was so worried that I was just going to run out of kits and that they were never going to have kits back in stock. Now there's a lot more selection, and I've discovered other companies that have art that I really love. Come on, there we go. And there are a few kits, at least a few kits in my stash that I know, like, they're at the very, very, very bottom of my priority list. There's nothing wrong with them. I've discovered so many other new things that I love so much that I want to do way more. All this to say, if you would be interested in kits that I may be destashing soon, I'll probably post them on Instagram just because that'll be easiest. Maybe I know there's some Facebook groups as well, but to give the people that I know first dibs. I don't know if they'll be that in demand, but anyway, feel free to go follow me on Instagram, and I'll try to like post in my stories once I get figured out the whole shipping situation and how that's gonna look. So yeah, that's that. But how about you guys? Have you ever just gone a little crazy with your stash and then realized, like, I'm really never gonna do some of these kits? And then, so then what do you do? Like, do you find people to give them to? Have you tried destashing before? I'm just curious. Am I the only one? Okay. Really working through this confetti here. Have you guys seen how often I've changed colors? So speaking of, Instagram and social media, last night I was watching Jessica over at Tiny Worlds of Wonder, which if you don't follow her, she's just fantastic. I love her channel, and I love just her whole mentality and approach to social media and all of that. And she was sharing about how she's trying to be really conscientious about what she's sharing, and is it honest, is it true, like those are synonyms, sorry guys. Are they, like, is she contributing in a positive way to people's, so what the time they're spending on social media? And it has me sort of thinking along the same lines and trying to reflect and make sure that I feel like, what I'm contributing is coming from the right place. What I'm sharing is coming from the right place. So, it's so easy. I'm so guilty of it, to get caught up in catering and shaping what you share, like whether you have a YouTube channel or any social media, like even if it's not diamond painting related. It's so easy to get caught up in like noticing the patterns of what are people more likely to hit the like button for. What are the kinds of things that people are responding most positively to, and to start putting a filter on, literal and figurative filter on what you're sharing, because you want that validation, and as a result, like, can sometimes not be totally honest and authentic about the things you're sharing. So, like, I know for me, like, I really enjoy even silly things. Like, I enjoy editing my photos so that they have a certain feel to them. I got a hair in there. Okay. And that's something that I enjoy doing, independent of how people react to it. Like, independent of, like, how I've noticed that, when I edit something or throw a filter on it, or, do a certain thing a certain way, I get more likes and comments, and, people seem to be more interested in it. And it's easy for that to get sort of convoluted in my head, and I don't know. I don't want social media to become a place that I seek validation. I start manipulating how and what I share, and kind of at a more core level, like who I am, to get that validation, So I know it was kind of deep, but that's just after watching Jessica's video, her video, her WIP and Chat, it had me thinking, similarly. I want to make sure that what I'm sharing is positive and is hopefully helpful and or uplifting and encouraging to people, whatever that looks like. I don't ever want to be someone that is contributing to making someone feel less than. That also is really hitting home for me, because I've been trying to hop into more people's lives over on Instagram and chat more with my, people that I have met there, and it's just such an absolutely wonderful community that has been, quite frankly, a lifeline for me in the pandemic, where I haven't been able to spend a lot of time with people in person. But so I hopped into someone's live. This was a little while back, and I'm certainly not going to name names, but it just, as soon as I hopped in, I thought, oh, this has such a clicky vibe, like very middle school. It almost felt like if you weren't a part of this person's like friend circle, it was like you weren't totally welcome there. And that's where that vibe, like people laughing at you behind your back, it was very strange. I've never experienced that on Instagram before, which I know I'm sure other people have, but I just had at the moment I thought, like, are you kidding? We are adult women. Like, I haven't seen this sort of mean girls behave, like, you can't sit with us behavior since middle school. Like, it just made me feel very small. I felt unwelcome, even though it was subtle. There was no direct, like, no one was saying get out. It's just, if you know, like, there's a vibe. If you're not really welcome, you know what I mean? We all know that feeling. Anyway, so I never want what I share on social media, or if I go live, which I'm trying to do more because it's fun. I always want everyone to feel like they are welcome and they have value, and that they're not less than, So maybe that's a little sappy of me, but just everyone's going through something, and could use to be uplifted, and why would I not want to be a part of that if I can? So, oh my gosh, if you're still here, I just looked at my timer, 40 minutes. I was hoping I would get to 20. So, yeah, if you're still here, let me know if you made it to the end. If you're still here, share your favorite piece of Halloween candy. Mine is Kit Kats. May or may not try to go to the store and snag some on clearance after Halloween. But everyone has that same idea, so it's always hard to do. I thought for sure also that I was going to go faster on this section and that I was going to get to talk to you guys about this color blocking and the trashy drill situation. Not that you need to see it. We'll see. I'm curious to see if I can make that section go a little smoother tonight. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because, yeah, I've been chatting for a while. But this was fun. I'm glad that I decided to go ahead and try and do another WIP and Chat. If you like or dislike WIP and Chats, could you let me know below? Because I am trying to mix it up from the endless unboxing videos I have been posting. And if WIP and Chats are something that you enjoy, I could do more of them. And I just want to try to share a little bit more variety. If you are new here and you made it all the way to the end of this video, hi, let's be friends, because I think you're cool. And if you made it to the end here and you are not subscribed, but you'd like to see more from me, feel free to hit the subscribe button and even hit the bell if you want to get notifications whenever I post new videos, which are very much not on a schedule because I have 2 small children and my husband and I try to watch shows and hang out and eat snacks without little kids being all up on our business. We cherish that time after our kids go to bed. But anyway, so I don't post on a schedule, but feel free to subscribe and you'll see when I do post new things. If you enjoyed this, feel free to hit the like button. And I had lots of little bits in here telling you oh, leave a comment below if this. So I'm looking forward to reading your guys' comments on those things. And I am just so grateful that you're all here. I hope you know how much it means to me that you watch and or like and or comment and or subscribe. Anything is just, I'm so tickled. I crossed 100 subscribers a couple of days ago and my mind is blown. It's absolutely blown. Because I'm not heavy on the self-promotion or anything like that, and I am still very, very, very new to the YouTube community, and so it just means the world to even have crossed that tiny milestone. Big milestone. What am I talking about? Anyway, for real, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful week, and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I love chatting with you. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.